Hi everyone, good morning. It's Margaret Manning here. Welcome to 60 and Me. Hope you're feeling great today. You're feeling strong and healthy and fit. Maybe you've gone out for a walk already and watch the sunrise, or you've been to the gym. Maybe you already exercised today, or perhaps you've got something planned. It's every day for me is a kind of a challenge to get in my 10,000 steps and to not get so focused on work and sitting at my desk that I don't get out and get some fresh air and exercise. Don't know, maybe you're the same, but anyway, today I'm determined. It's a nice day. It's very bright and sunny, and I'm going to go for a walk after I've recorded this. But anyway, I hope you're doing good. I've got my cup of tea today. I've got my good old standby, my Twinings green tea, which I love. And I hope that you got a cup of tea or coffee and you've just got a moment that you can sit down. I want to thank you before I start for being here. I really do appreciate you taking the time to make time in your day to sit down and listen to, our conversations. And then also you kind of hang around after and talk to each other and leave comments on the website. And it's great. I really do appreciate it. So thanks. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. And tell a friend, tell more women. We've got a big community here now and lots of people with different interests. And I think I'm super proud of you for all being here. Some of you have been here for the whole 4 years that we've been doing 60 and Me, and you've seen the changes. You've seen what's happened over time, and it's really wonderful to know that you've been part of it all that time. So thank you again for being here. But anyway, we have a number of really wonderful bloggers now at 60 and Me, and one of them, Stephanie Raffelock, she's great. All our bloggers are great, but we have so many interesting people just writing about stuff that they're experts in and from lenses that are just unique. But her article this time was about 6 ways to overcome betrayal of the body, and that's her body betraying her. And it starts off being like, oh wow, this is not very happy, but then it changes, and it's a really cool look at how we get on with life after our bodies shift a bit and they're not quite as strong and resilient, and they don't bounce back as quickly from illness. All those things that we did easily in our 20s, no problem. I bumped into somebody in Bali, I think it was, and she had this bandage on her finger, and she was like, I've had this bandage on my finger for like 3 weeks and this cut will not heal. But I've noticed that. I have. I mean, I haven't cut myself recently, but I had a burn once and it took forever to heal. Anywho, what Stephanie says to start is, okay, it's great if you're out there doing weights, when you're 75 years old. The women that doing the trampoline expert, she's amazing. She's in her 90s. And we've got Dow Lynch, who is, I think she's 95 now, the oldest yoga teacher in the world. And Stephanie says, great, I'm really happy for you. But the average woman is not out there doing these things. The body starts to break down. I mean, honestly, let's just face it. It's just not going to be in perfect shape forever. That's just not how life works. But anyway, she says that these physical changes should not be influencing our attitude, to getting things done and to, moving on. Now, the first thing she says very wisely is to grieve and honor the loss. Actually, I was looking at a picture of myself the other day. I should probably try to find it and show you. It was one of these glamour shots that I did when I was in my 50s. It was 50. But it was one of these ones where I was sitting like this and I had like my hair pulled back and I had no wrinkles. It was like, oh my gosh, I looked really good. I mean, she probably did airbrush the glamour shot a little bit, but it was just one of those moments of like, wow, there was a time when my body didn't have wrinkles. And it was just that moment of grieving. It was like, I'm just not that anymore. I'm something else. I'm me, but I'm not, I'm not ready to let that influence me. I've made peace with the changes, and I've learned from that. So that's important. And Stephanie agrees. Mumbling, getting old is a pain. So just don't mumble. Just get old and enjoy it. Another thing she says is to keep moving. And we've talked about this so many times, but it's true. It really is the only thing that's going to help with an anti-aging regime, is to just exercise and keep moving. It doesn't have to be fancy. It doesn't have to, involve hiking boots and walking sticks, although it could. But it's really more about just being active. If you're sitting at a desk or on the sofa watching TV more than a few hours a day, get up and walk around and stretch your eyes as well. I always look out windows and just look, out to the distance and just give my eyes a stretch. But just your whole body, just move it. Go walking just around your house or where in the town where you live. But we've said this many, many times, and so I won't go on about it. But it really is about the only silver bullet that I can think of that is going to help you age in a healthy way, just to move. So set the alarm or the egg timer for an hour or whatever, and just get up and move around the room, do a little dance, whatever it takes to get your body and brain going. Do something really active like skip rope, or just move your arms up and down, do jumping jacks. Don't just get up and make a cup of tea like I do sometimes. Anyway, another thing that Stephanie recommends is to do age-appropriate exercise. Now, of course, if you've got the strength in your body to do cardio and to do weightlifting and all those things, go for it, absolutely. But you can also just lift light weights, 3 or 5 pounds. It doesn't have to be a huge deal. So just learn to breathe, keep your posture straight, and walk, with good balance. That it really is something that I think super important, is to do yoga, do the exercise where you stand on one leg, and just try to find your center. Do Pilates. Tai Chi is very good for balance, but do things that are going to be appropriate for your age. Don't go hurting yourself. That's the key message. Another thing that Stephanie says that she loves to do is to dance. And there's so much good music around these days, and there's so many places to hear it. You can, go onto all kinds of online sites and got your own collections, but just, just do it, move, dance. There's plenty of classes as well. And you can do either like classical dance, tango, or the samba, or, whatever, line dancing, go country dancing. I know when I lived in Texas, they used to go country dancing. I never did, but I loved watching it. It was fun. Do and the classes for seniors. Not so much for seniors, any age. They're teaching you Bollywood dance or maybe belly dancing. Just move your body. Another thing is you can do dancing alone or with a girlfriend. You can go out together to go to a disco. Honestly, no one's watching you. No one cares. They're just really concerned about themselves, which is normal when you're younger, and you can just dance away the night and have fun. Have a drink or two and just enjoy yourself. Or you can find a partner if you are looking for that in your life. Nothing wrong with asking of someone that you like to, let's go dancing. Just friends, let's go. I like the idea. The other thing that Stephanie reminds us, which I think is super important, is to whatever you do, whatever you decide, dancing, exercise, swimming, whatever, make a commitment to it. This is not a physical thing. This is a brain thing. This is an attitude to healthy aging. If you have a commitment to it and you're determined to make it happen, just do it. For Stephanie, it's walking. And actually, I do a lot of walking too, but I try to walk faster. I know people may look at you like you're kind of crazy, but just walk with an intention and walk fast, and that's good for you. Get that little heart rate going up in your breathing so you can feel it. And then whatever else you do, is extra, but make a commitment to whatever it is you're doing. So those are some ideas, and I think that there's another one which it kind of permeates my whole life, and I know it does for many of you too, and that is to practice gratitude. And this is not just a sense of appreciation for what you've got, that you're lucky that you're in good health or whatever, but true gratitude for the people, the situations that you find yourself in, as your family, the grandchildren that you may be blessed with. They are complete and utter joy from the minute you meet them, and they teach you a lot too about life. The little struggles they go through and the questions they have, those are for you too. So that's super important. For me, I love technology. I'm so grateful for the fact I can go online and get answers to my many questions. I have this almost insatiable desire for information, and so I'm very, very grateful for that. I'm grateful for learning, for the ability to have classes that I can go to, that I can learn. It just doesn't stop. I really am a lifelong learner, like a lot of you. So I've just named a few, and I mean, most of all, number one, I'm grateful for life, that we are all here together right now talking to each other, and that we've got this gift of consciousness and awareness. It's important as well. So I think that kind of covers the, being ready to let go of some of the old images you have of your body, and maybe it's betrayed you, as Stephanie says, but let it change, and then moving into a new life, which is fuller and richer, kind of separate from the physical, but it must include the physical too. Anyway, everyone, I hope that you enjoyed this conversation. As I said, please invite friends to come join us. Come back every day. There's, something for you on 60andMe, on our website, on Facebook. We've got Twitter for those of you who love that. Pinterest. We have a huge Pinterest site with lots and lots of pictures, and all our articles are published there. And and YouTube. I mean, we have 800 plus videos now on YouTube. Everything from expert conversations and interviews to just fun makeup and beauty and skincare. Me doing some silly things just to try new things. But anyway, you've got all those places to go, so I hope you do take advantage of them. And I really thank you for being here. So I guess I'd like to just ask you a closing question related to this article, which is, how are you moving now, keeping moving now that you've got some physical limitations with just getting older? How are you keeping busy and active now that you've got these physical limitations? You're changing. Look forward to reading your answers and joining the conversation. I do hope that you have a fabulous day. Get out into the world and have a great day. And I'll see you all back here again soon. Take good care.